When we think of World War II resistance stories, we expect a clean moral divide, a solid line separating pure-hearted defenders from absolute villains. History rarely operates that cleanly. The reality of survival under extreme conditions strips away those neat binaries, leaving something far more primal in their place. Looking out over the rural expanse of northeast Galmi Township, an unnamed grandson tries to piece together his family's past. He uncovers a messy historical vacuum filled with blood and myth, rather than a pristine record of virtue. This is the world built by Nobel laureate Mo Yan in his multi-generational epic, Red Sorghum. To understand the indomitable spirit of his characters, we have to look past standard ideas of right and wrong. We have to look at the physical engine driving their survival, the endless, brutal cycle of the sorghum fields themselves. The family's legacy starts here, rooted deep in the traditions of peasant winemakers. At the center of this legacy are two defining ancestors. Dai Fang Lian is a young woman trapped as an arranged bride to a wealthy distillery owner. Yu Zanao is a ruthless local bandit. Their dynasty begins with violence. Yu murders Dai's husband in cold blood, executing a hostile takeover of both the business and her life. During this era, the towering stalks of red sorghum act as an engine of creation. They provide the grain for their famous wine, the basic food they eat, and a dense hidden sanctuary for Dai and Yu's rule-breaking romance. They live with a fierce passion for life, drinking heavily and loving deeply. That vitality is directly tied to their complete disregard for the laws of polite society. In Mo Yan's world, human creation and vitality are forged in moral gray areas, powered by raw, unapologetic passion. That era of passionate peace is violently shattered by the arrival of the Japanese military. The invasion forces bring an existential threat, casting a permanent, terrifying shadow over the township's traditional way of life. Faced with annihilation, the bitterest of local rivals, the winemakers and the bandits, are forced to consolidate into a single, hardened guerrilla resistance. The very function of the land changes. The dense sorghum fields, once a romantic sanctuary, become a blood-soaked theater for tactical ambushes and sudden death. To protect the soil that gave them life, these defenders must adapt to the brutality of their invaders. They exhibit incredible heroism, but it requires them to embrace an absolute, terrifying savagery. Decades later, the smoke clears, armies retreat, and empires inevitably fade. But the physical land of Galmi Township remains exactly where it was. The vast amounts of blood spilled in those fields by both the Japanese invaders and the Chinese defenders seeped directly into the dirt. Biologically and poetically, it fertilized the next generation of crops. This diagram illustrates the philosophical loop at the core of the story. One phase feeds into the next, showing how trauma and vitality are inseparable. The grandson realizes he is a product of this exact loop. His ancestors' heroic bravery is intertwined with cruelty. Mo Yan's Red Sorghum strips away the polish of traditional wartime myths. The human will to survive relies on a messy, paradoxical cycle of creation and destruction, eternally rooted in the earth.